Welcome back to This Day. It's that time of year where friends and neighbors can really make a difference in someone's life. And to talk more about that is Aimee Roberts with the Senior Center. Aimee, it's so nice to see you again. Always such a pleasure.
Good to see you, Bobby.
And so we think of the holidays as like an overall, joyful time of getting together with family and friends and preparing and enjoying delicious, feasts, but it's not necessarily that way for everyone. And so tell us about the need here in Orange County, particularly here in our own community.
Well, it may be surprising for people to know, but post-COVID, around 60% of our seniors live alone. So there's that factor, but then you combine it with, in Orange County, almost 30% of seniors are food insecure. So what that ends up translating to is there's a cascading kind of effect, right? People stop taking their medications, or they cut them in half, or they cut back on other things that are essential to a healthy and, just a wellness lifestyle for them. And so one of the things that our community in particular has been super strong at doing is coming together and making sure that all of our neighbors, all the people in our community that need to have food, receive that food.
Oh, that's great. That's so wonderful. And so tell me about some of the testimonials that seniors have said after receiving help with a program like Meals on Wheels, how it's affected them.
There are so many. So to be on Meals on Wheels, you have to qualify. So there's an assessment that happens, but a lot of people, it just takes this worry off of their plate. It can be as simple as they're not able to get to the grocery store. That is a huge problem, transportation. Or maybe they could get there, but they couldn't get their bags back home. So it's all these little steps. Maybe it's someone who just cannot afford to get to the grocery store, or when they get home, they can't cook their own meal. So if you're living alone, that compounds the situation. So we have a lot of people that they've just expressed to us that, this has been a life changer. They're on a fixed income. This helps them get over the hurdle. And the bonus of all of that is we have a lot of drivers who have been doing this for years. So it's a friendly face they're seeing every day, and it becomes someone they're kind of checking in on them. We've had lots and lots of instances where one of our drivers has been there for a circumstance that they find one of our recipients on. Maybe they've been on the floor for 2 days.
Goodness. Wow.
And they just feel something's wrong.
Yeah.
So they will call social services. They'll call. There's a variety of places to make sure they get the wellness check. And sometimes they're okay, but sometimes it saves their lives. So it's just all around a super important program.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes you don't feel good, and it's hard, and it's not exciting when you're cooking just for one person too. So there's so many reasons why this can be helpful to, help make things better. How can residents help with Meals on Wheels or help with seniors?
There's lots of ways. The number one way is they can support financially. We are, AgeWell's Florence Sylvester Senior Center, we're right here by the DMV. We are a 501c3. So what that means is that we are a charitable organization, and when you give to us, there's the possibility of it being 100% tax deductible. So a lot of people don't know that we're kind of talking about this $36 amount right now where it's Adopt a Senior, because $36 is very doable for a lot of people, and what that allows us to do is deliver a senior 6 meals. So, if we have, think of the entire population of Laguna Woods, it doesn't take that many people contributing $36 a month to make sure that all of our neighbors are taken care of.
Wow.
So Adopt a Senior.
Yeah, this is wonderful. That Meals on Wheels is such a great way to help your neighbors. And my daughter went with my daughter. She was doing it for a little while, and it was really nice to go and meet people as well. So tell us about some other upcoming events that you have happening at the Florence Sylvester Senior Center.
Well, we have another book event coming up in January. So Sunshine Luti will be there, I believe, on the 10th of January. And you can call and make a reservation. It's totally free. We just want to know you're coming. And if you call and let us know you're coming to her event, so she's going to do a talk about her, she has a couple books as well as some poetry. And if you call and let us know you're coming, you'll get a free raffle ticket when you arrive. And we will raffle off a signed copy of the book that she's talking about. Chair yoga starts back up. That's been very, very popular. I feel like I could do some of that right now.
Yeah, right. I need that every day.
Great.
Once an hour, get a little stretching in, right?
Yes, yes.
And so did that stop for this month or something, or?
It did. The instructor, she took her holiday break and she went back to
Nice.
visit family on the East Coast, but she's back and ready to stretch.
Wonderful, wonderful. I love the chair yoga because, you know, sometimes, like, recently I'm like, man, my back is so tight, I can't even put on my sock.
100%.
So I like that, you know, there's levels that you can start, and, you know, it's okay if you can't get down on the ground or whatever, that you
Right.
can still get the benefits with the chair yoga. And then you also have a knitting and crochet group.
We do. So we have an emeritus course. You can sign up for that, and that's on Wednesday afternoons. But we also have a group of ladies that meet on Tuesdays at noon, and it's all levels. So you come, there's a social aspect to it, and they all teach each other all the different skills that they've picked up along the way. So they knit and talk and chat it up. I hear half of it. It's right outside of my office. It's hilarious.
How fun. I love this idea. When I was in elementary school, my grandmother taught me how to crochet, and then
Oh,
I had a
cool.
girlfriend who knew as well, and so we would crochet our Barbie's clothes, and that was something we used to sit around and do. And then one day I said, you know what, I like this dress I'm making for the Barbie, I'm going to make it for me. So
that's so
two of us
cool.
both decided that we were going to crochet a dress for ourselves, and it took me 9 months. And my mom called me the little old granny because I would sit in the rocking chair every night as I was watching TV, and I'd be crocheting. And I finally finished the dress, and I wore it to school one time.
Oh my gosh.
So your next event, you have a spring dance workshop. Tell me
We
about this.
do. So there is another nonprofit, Pep for You, and they do all kinds of exercise programs for people with Parkinson's disease. So we've tried to partner with them as much as we possibly can, just to be able to offer this to the community. So they're doing the dance workshop again. They did it last summer, but this time it's a little bit longer. It was very, very popular. And it is for anyone with Parkinson's, and their caregivers can also come. But it's just another way to, get out there, move your body, make sure all those muscles are working. And I think you probably know dancing feels really good.
Yes.
It makes you happy.
Releases endorphins.
So,
makes
it does.
You feel so happy. Yeah, that's wonderful. And then emeritus classes. You have some classes you wanted to talk about, or?
We have several of the same courses that we had last semester. In addition, we have another balance and mobility class. So now we're going to have balance and mobility classes 5 days a week.
Oh, nice.
So, maybe you want to be proactive and make sure that you're getting that workout in, or maybe you just had your first fall. And you realize now this is a super important thing to be able to do is make sure your muscles are strong and make sure you're able to move everything in a balanced fashion. So this is completely free. You can go to saddleback.edu emeritus, or you can come in and pick up an application and we can help you with that. But it's just a really, really convenient and a great course to offer to the community.
Oh, that's great. And then you have something to improve your hearing with Amazing Hearing.
Yes, so Amazing Hearing is a local community partner, and they're going to be at the center once a month. And we have a room that is outfitted for T-coil. So I'm not sure do you know what that is?
No, tell me what T-coil is.
I didn't either, that's why I'm asking. So basically, if you wear your hearing aid in the room and the T-coil is turned on, a really simple explanation is it just amplifies that right into your ear. So whoever is talking or whatever is going on, your hearing aid will pick that up in a more effective way.
Oh, wow.
So you can come, you can get your hearing aids adjusted, you can find out about the latest options. And hearing aids are kind of difficult for a lot of people to wrap their heads around, but
Yeah.
it's a life changer if you can hear what's going on around you
Absolutely.
and make everyone around you happier, that
Right.
they're not yelling at you.
Right,
And
yeah, sometimes it's not so bad that you don't know what you don't know. You don't know that you're missing things, but,
On the
but it
other
is
hand,
also
yes.
too frustrating when you're trying to listen to somebody and you're like, I can't hear, it's too loud in here,
That's
or
right.
whatever. So, and then lastly, the senior center provides a daily lunch.
Yes, so I know that we've been talking about this every time I'm on, but we're always making improvements and modifications. About a year ago, we switched vendors to try to make it more bright and flavorful and organic, sort of a Mediterranean style of our lunches. And we're taking all the comments seriously, and we're always revamping. So we're just encouraging everyone to consider us to come in, have a lunch. You can bring your friends. You can volunteer at lunch. You can volunteer with Meals on Wheels. I think that's the overarching theme of what I want to talk to people about at the end of this year is community. And whether it's having a lunch, whether it's volunteering, whether it's financial support, there's all kinds of ways that people can be a bigger part of the community or start being more invested in our own community. So that's just one way.
Yeah, I love that. Well, thank you so much for being here and telling us about all this.
Oh, thank you,
It's always
Bobby.
nice to see you, and happy holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
All reservations for events at the Florence Sylvester Senior Center can be made by calling them at 949-380-0155. Stay with us. We have announcements and weather coming up right after this.